and around the globe. President Trump has announced a deal for Sudan and Israel to normalise relations. It makes Sudan the third Arab League nation to formally recognise Israel in less than 3 months and allows the Trump administration to boast of a foreign policy win with just over a week until the presidential elections. Our Washington correspondent Nomia Iqbal has more.
The State of Israel and the Republic of Sudan have agreed to make peace.
President Trump invited reporters into the Oval Office to witness his exchange with the leaders of Israel and Sudan on the phone. And he couldn't help but take a swipe at his Democratic presidential rival Joe Biden as he spoke to the Israeli leader Benjamin Netanyahu.
You think Sleepy Joe could have made this deal, baby? Sleepy Joe. Do you think he would have made this deal somehow? I don't think so.
Well, Mr. President, one thing I can tell you is we appreciate the help for peace from anyone in America, and we appreciate what you've done enormously.
Yeah.
In return, Sudan has been removed from a US list of state sponsors of terrorism, which now allows the North African nation to receive much-needed economic aid and investment. Mike Pompeo visited Sudan's capital, Khartoum, in August. He was the first US Secretary of State to do so in more than a decade, to help make way for what is now the third Arab League country to formally recognise Israel this year, after the UAE and Bahrain. This gives credibility to Donald Trump's reputation as a deal maker and is a huge foreign policy win for him. He's trying to push this as steps towards getting what he considers the deal of the century, peace between the Israelis and the Palestinians. But Palestinian officials have called this latest move a further betrayal.
We are totally denouncing this deal, and we are sure that the Sudanese people, intellectuals, Sudanese national parties, the people of Sudan also will reject these deals, because Sudan and the people of Sudan, they have firm stand with the Palestinian cause.
It was in Khartoum back in the 60s when Arab nations agreed to never negotiate with Israel until an independent Palestinian state was established. But priorities are changing for some countries who now see the benefit of working with a US president who is open to making deals. And that is increasingly leaving Palestinians sidelined. Nomia Iqbal, BBC News, Washington.
Let's get more